Now, streaming live, this is KSLA News Now.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us for KSLA News 12 now at 9. I'm Ashley Graham, and here's what's topping the headlines tonight. We have received new information after earlier today, Wascom Fire Department, they were called to a house fire on Noble Street. That's where they found that 2 children had tragically died. And according to Wascom PD, that incident happened around 10 this morning. When officials got there, they learned that 2 children and a man were trapped inside the home. And despite their immediate efforts, the home was considered a total loss, and 2 children were killed, and their father was the man inside the house and was injured. The Harrison County Fire Marshal is leading an investigation into how that fire started. We're told that those 2 children were younger than teenagers. Wascom Independent School District made a statement today saying, quote, "It is with profound sadness that we share the heartbreaking news of the death of 2 of our students, one from our elementary school and one from our middle school. Our school counselors and support staff will be available to students throughout the day upon their return and will continue to provide assistance during this difficult time. We encourage families to talk with their children and to reach out to the school if additional support is needed," end quote. Tonight, Caddo Parish Coroner's Office has identified the victim who was shot by gunfire while driving in the Martin Luther King neighborhood as Timothy Hall. According to CPSO, the incident happened early Monday morning in the MLK neighborhood near Joe Louis Boulevard. I should say CPCO. Hall was taken to the hospital but died from his injuries. There is an investigation ongoing right now, and his death marks the 39th homicide for Shreveport in 2025. Right now, Caddo Parish Sheriff's Office, they do need your help finding this man, 81-year-old Kindley Thompson. According to police, Thompson has been missing since November 2021. Now, foul play isn't suspected here, and the Sheriff's Office says they're asking for any new information that could lead to finding him. Thompson also suffers from Alzheimer's and was last seen on Northwest Front Street. So if you have any information, call Detective Jeremy at the number on your screen. New tonight, it's the second year in a row the U.S. has topped 25,000 cases of whooping cough. That infection can lead to severe illness or death, especially in young children. Roughly a third of babies younger than 1-year-old who have whooping cough require hospitalization, and 13 deaths from whooping cough have been reported in the U.S. in 2025. Most of them involve children under a year old. And across the Arklatex, people are preparing for a drop in temperatures outside, as a good rule of thumb is to protect the 4 Ps: people, pipes, plants, and pets. So if your pet lives outside, experts recommend you have some shelter, food, and water available. Straw and fleece blankets can be used to keep them warm. And if you plan on using a heat lamp, make sure you check for any frayed wires and make sure the lamp isn't too hot.
Ultimately, the pet can decide if they want to go in the box, if they don't want to go in the box, if they like the food, don't like it, don't want to drink, whatever. I mean, at least you've made it an option for the pet and they can have that opportunity.
Straw also works for your livestock, and if you notice any dry or chapped paws, it's recommended that you use Vaseline to soothe them. Organizers of the Times Square New Year's Eve countdown, they don't want to drop the ball when it comes to, well, dropping the ball. They tested the iconic crystal ball today.
1.
As you can see, on Tuesday, to make sure that everything goes according to plan for the final minute of 2025. Now, this New Year's Eve is going to look a little bit different, with the 12,000-pound ball working overtime for a historic milestone.
The ball will descend and we will ring in 2026. Then at 4 minutes after, the ball will go up again. There'll be a flag reveal on One Times Square. We'll play America the Beautiful, and the ball will be lit in honor of the 250th anniversary of our country.
Now, last week, organizers tested the giant numerals that will light up when the clock strikes midnight. There are an estimated 1 million people pack into Times Square on New Year's Eve to watch the ball drop. Big celebration there.
Coming up after this quick break, we're going to be talking about the rise in temperatures as we approach the new year of 2026. We'll have to get through another cold morning, though. I'll explain all the details coming up.
Now, KSLA First Alert Weather.
And good evening, everyone. Here's a look at morning lows for tomorrow. We saw a high of 53 degrees for today, but because of the clear skies we can expect through the overnight hours for tonight, temperatures return into the 20s for some areas and drop into the lower 30s for others. 32 by Shreveport, mainly in the around that 30-degree mark for most portions of Louisiana outside of Winfield and Shreveport, Bossier there. Around 30 degrees also for Center and St. Augustine, as low as 27 up by DeQueen for tonight here. So it's going to be another cold one. Make sure to bundle up as you're heading out the door for tomorrow and wear an extra blanket as you're heading to sleep for tonight here. Temperatures through the day tomorrow, though, we are expecting them to increase a bit higher as compared to what we saw for today, which was a high of 53 degrees. We have a high of 64 here for Shreveport, Bossier, mainly because of southerly flow returning to the Arklatex and mainly in the lower to mid 60s across the region by tomorrow afternoon here across the area. 65 for St. Augustine, 66 for Nacogdoches, as low as 62 up by Idabel and DeQueen, and we should see the mid-60s for most areas, mainly south of the I-20 corridor there, 62 by Minden, Homer, and Ruston, but we are expecting these temperatures to continue to increase as we move through the rest of this week. 69 by Thursday and 18 degrees above the average heading into Friday with a high of 75 degrees. We have not seen temperatures that high since Sunday, of course, right before that major cool down rushed through the Arklatex. Here's a quick look at your full 7-day forecast. We're expecting temperatures to rise above the average for our Wednesday, stay above the average through the rest of the 7-day period. We will deal with some cold mornings out there for tomorrow morning as well as Thursday morning, waking up on your New Year's Day. But we are expecting mornings to get a bit warmer out there before our next slight cool down heading into the weekend. We should see the 70s again for highs heading into next week.
All right, looking forward to those warmer temperatures and all that sun. And we appreciate you watching News 12 now at 9. I'm Ashley Graham, and make sure you tune in for us at 10. You can join us right here for our next newscast. Until then, you can also stay connected with us right here on the KSLA News 12 app. And if you want even more KSLA, you can watch KSLA News 12 now on the KSLA News 12 app, Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. We'll see you soon.